I'm going to show you how to fix a common problem on a Bugaboo Donkey. If you see here, the wheel is flickering and it's so annoying to walk like this. This is also it flickering, but I just couldn't get it to do the same thing, so I had to use the other footage. So what I did is I bought this kit from Bugaboo. Here's the instructions, and this is what it came with. It came with the tools and all of the pieces that you need. I'm going to start by removing the wheel. Underneath there is a white button. I'm going to press it and pull the wheel off. And this is the part that we're going to put on. So you can see how it slides in. That's the white button that we just pressed to get the wheel off. You can see how much play this one has. Now the new part that we're putting in is a different design, so it's going to act a little bit differently. We're going to need the little Allen key because I have the old style ones, and we just undo these 2 screws in here. What I'm doing here is I'm using my screwdriver with nothing in the end of it, and I'm using it as a lever because it was a little bit tricky for me to turn the Allen key around, but I also needed the length of it to go in. So there's an option if you want to do that. Now what I do is I just tap the back, and one of the screws had already fallen out, so the piece is ready to slide out. So I have 2 screws that have come out. I'm just going to gently slide this piece off. So that is the little lock mechanism. I'm just going to remove this inner piece with some pliers. It's a little bit greasy, so just be aware of where you put it. You don't want to get grease everywhere. We have the new piece that goes in. It has 3 prongs on it. So the 3 prongs are 1, 2, and 3. So let's line it up. The 3 prongs will face down if you have the pram tipped the same way that I do. And it just slides in very easily. Now we have this small part to add in. That goes in the center, and it has 2 prongs on one end and 1 prong on the other. So we're just going to line it up with the longest prong that goes right through on the right hand side, as I did. Now we have the mechanism. So we want to put the button part at the back or at the bottom. Gently slide the piece together with the lock part at the front, and you can see this plate has some resistance in there. That's the new mechanism that they have designed. The screws are already in there, so there's new screws that come with it and a new tool because this is a new design. So we're going to do it up. When it's done, you want a little bit of movement. That is what helps get rid of the wheel wobble, because it creates pressure in between. Like the spring absorbs the wheel wobble basically. On the instructions it says 2.5 millimeter that should be left between the plate. So you should be able to squish it with that resistance like I told you. So tighten it to what it needs to be tightened to, and it should move like this. Because I have the wheel off, I always like to put a little bit of grease or lubricant, so I'm just going to put some RP7, WD-40 or silicone spray. I've got RP7. The next step is to attach the wheel, so use the button at the back and press the wheel in, and it should just click on in. Remember that the lock might be on, and this lock at the front of the wheel causes the wheel to stay straight. Now that the wheel is on, do the exact same thing on the other side. And you will notice a visible difference and a functional difference as well. I didn't want to use my donkey in single mode after filming the first video because I had only just figured out this was a problem, so I hadn't used it in single mode since. As soon as I changed the locks in my donkey, I took it out as soon as I could and I tested it out and it was great. I'm so glad that I can use my donkey in single again. I think all up it was about $50, and like I said, it was definitely worth it. That includes postage. I'll leave the link in the description below so that you can get one from Bugaboo's website. And it was really easy to do. Like, it took me not very much time at all. The only problem I had was understanding that the mechanisms were different, and then once I spoke to my dad and he explained that the spring in there is causing the wheel wobble to go away because it didn't spin around completely, so I was kind of confused. But it's actually a very smart design. Lastly, here is the new lock in position and working. Thanks for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and I hope it helped you fix your Bugaboo donkey.